today we released 60 cold stunned sea turtles, and they were all green sea turtles. And the reason for that is because the green sea turtles are the ones that primarily forage in the seagrass meadows of Laguna Madre, Aransas Bay, Copano Bay. And that water is so shallow that the temperature drops a lot faster when we have those big cold fronts like we did last week.
So when the temperatures in our bays drop below about 50 degrees and that gets sustained for more than about 24 hours, sea turtles being reptiles, their body temperature drops with the environment. So they develop a state of hypothermia. They're not really aware of their surroundings. They can't swim. They're not really conscious to lift their head to breathe.
And eventually they could potentially drown if they don't wash up on land. Once they wash up on land, they can be predated upon by coyotes. And so it's really important for them to get to a warming facility.
We can bring them back to the rehab facility. We usually warm them up on the floor, slowly bringing their body temperature up over about 24 to 48 hours. After that process, they're swim tested in tanks. Once we're sure they're swimming, doing well, coming up to breathe, they're active in the water. As soon as the water temperature out in the Gulf is about 56 degrees, we'll release them back out into the deeper Gulf waters. So they're in those deeper waters offshore where they're not going to be trapped if it gets cold again.
We have Good Samaritans from all over the coastal area, so from Cito, Parks and Wildlife. There's so many Good Samaritans that help go out and patrol those waters during these events. And you can imagine the weather was colder than it is now. Right now the air temperature is like 55 degrees. The water temperature here in the Gulf is about 62. And so we have all these partners that are permitted and trained by us to go and collect these turtles. Once they collect the turtles, they bring them to the facility where they get a blood draw to make sure that their blood glucose or their sugar levels are where they need to be. And if it's not, they give them some IV fluids, and they give them a nice warm place to stay for 24 to 48 hours. And hopefully at that time is when the Gulf waters warm up enough that they can be released here. They're released in the Gulf waters as opposed to the bay waters because this water is obviously warmer, and it'll take them a while to find their way back. And hopefully that takes them enough time that they're not back in time for that next cold front, right? So we're still in the winter season, and if we get another cold front, we're going to be doing this all over again.